the new simplicity in 3 examples. New simplicity describes the trend in various areas of design and art, including architecture, graphic design, product design, and even music and literature. A return to simple forms, clean lines, and a reduction to the essentials characterizes this trend. This movement can be seen as a reaction to the overcomplexity and abundance of decoration and styles that prevailed in previous eras or movements. The following 3 examples are intended to exemplify the attempt at new simplicity. Firstly, Hiroshi Sugimoto architecture. Modernism in the early 20th century was a turning point in cultural history. It abolished superfluous decoration. The spread of democracy and the innovations of the machine age made splendor, which had previously been a sign of power and wealth, disappear. The technique of blurring architecture finds simplicity. This technique means that the architecture has to show consistency in its basic form and cannot rely on small details, as these cannot be depicted. Through this photography technique, the artist separates himself from superfluous ballast and thus concentrates only on the essentials. Sugimoto began the erosion test of architecture for durability, melting away many of the buildings entirely. Secondly, Humane AI pin. The designers at Humane AI, many of whom used to work at Apple, created simplicity by reducing the supposedly superfluous through targeted design interventions in the software and hardware of the AI pin. The pin breaks new ground in the search for clarity and self-determination. The device, which is intended to replace the smartphone, impresses with its functional and simple design language and does not require a display. As the name suggests, the focus of the product is on people. The user should only focus on the essential things and not be distracted by a large display. AI is a major supporting component of the product. Using voice commands, it can answer questions, summarize received messages to the essentials, reproduce the information precisely, and provide health tips using a camera and sensors. If you want more information, a small laser projects a simple image onto the palm of your hand. Thirdly, Ingo Maurer, the new flame. The sought-after simplicity in Ingo Maurer's My New Flame only becomes apparent on closer inspection. The first thing you see is a black circuit board with visible transistors, on which there are 2 displays at the top. Here, Maurer depicts a blazing candle in a supposedly complicated way. The question arises, what was so wrong with an ordinary candle? However, his lamp must be seen as an ironic criticism of precisely this change, that supposedly simple things become more complicated over time. Maurer softens this complexity by limiting the display to a blazing flame and allowing no settings to be changed. It is identical to a real candle, only on and off. This simplicity in such a complex object succeeds in capturing the essence of a real flame without using actual fire.